At 63, Master G faces allegations that have haunted him for decades. But his story isn't one of downfall. It's actually a powerful tale of triumph against an industry that tried to erase him completely. Guy Anthony O'Brien, better known as Master G, is a founding member of the Sugarhill Gang and a godfather of hip-hop. His journey from a 17-year-old kid recording the first commercially successful rap song to a man who fought for 30 years to reclaim his own name is nothing short of extraordinary. Born on June 15, 1962 in Teaneck, New Jersey, Guy was just a teenager when he made history. Before joining the Sugarhill Gang, he was already deep in the hip-hop scene as an energetic MC and DJ with the Phase 2 crew. This wasn't some manufactured boy band situation. Guy had real street credibility and genuine talent that caught the attention of producer Sylvia Robinson. His early exposure to rhythm and blues and doo-wop music in Teaneck provided a rich musical foundation that would serve him well in his groundbreaking career. The young artist's authenticity was evident from the beginning. While critics later tried to dismiss the Sugarhill Gang as inauthentic, Master G's background tells a different story. He was performing at parties and local venues, establishing himself as a legitimate voice in the burgeoning hip-hop culture long before he ever stepped into a recording studio. This grassroots experience gave him the skills and credibility that would help create one of the most important songs in music history. In 1979, everything changed. The Sugarhill Gang was formed when producer Sylvia Robinson brought together Guy O'Brien, Henry Big Bank Hank Jackson, and Michael Wonder Mike Wright. The group was named after the Sugarhill neighborhood in Harlem, connecting them to the cultural heart of the movement. They rushed into the studio for what would become a one-take recording of Rapper's Delight. Guy famously rapped the line, "I guess by now you can take a hunch and find that I am the baby of the bunch," referring to being the youngest member at just 17 years old. That single recording session created magic. Rapper's Delight became the first rap track played on mainstream radio and television, selling an incredible 60,000 units daily in 1979. The song would eventually achieve over 100 million streams on Spotify in the modern era, proving its lasting impact. They had literally created a new genre for the masses, introducing millions of people to hip-hop for the very first time. The track's pioneering use of sampling became an integral production technique that would influence generations of artists, from Run DMC and Public Enemy to modern titans like Dr. Dre and Kanye West. But success came with a devastating price. The real allegations against Master G weren't about personal misconduct or criminal behavior. They were about something far more insidious. Sugarhill Records, the very label that helped launch hip-hop, allegedly began a systematic campaign of exploitation that would define the next 3 decades of Guy's life. The young artists, inexperienced in the music industry, found themselves caught in a web of unfair contracts and predatory business practices. The label removed his writing credits, withheld royalties he rightfully earned, and most shocking of all, they trademarked both the group name, the Sugarhill Gang, and individual stage names, including Master G. This legal maneuver was particularly egregious because it meant that Joey Robinson Jr., the son of the label owners, could legally perform under Guy's own stage name. Imagine creating something iconic and then being told you can't even use your own identity anymore. This wasn't just about money. This was identity theft on a massive scale. While many artists throughout history have been cheated out of royalties, Master G and Wonder Mike were stripped of the right to use their own names. The label was essentially trying to cleanse them from music history, replacing them with more controllable performers who would never question the system. This unique form of exploitation underscored that the conflict was deeply personal, a battle for identity and historical recognition that went far beyond financial compensation. If you're enjoying this incredible story of resilience, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. And let me know in the comments what you think about artists fighting for their rights against powerful record labels. Have you ever had to stand up for something that was rightfully yours? The legal battles weren't Master G's only challenge. The song itself faced controversy from multiple directions. Rapper's Delight had used a sample from Chic's Good Times without permission, leading to a threatened lawsuit that was eventually settled out of court. Chic's founders, Nile Rodgers and Bernard Edwards, received co-writing credits and royalties on future pressings. This dispute highlighted the complex legal landscape that hip-hop was creating, where the lines of intellectual property and creative ownership were just beginning to be drawn. Additionally, there were accusations that Big Bank Hank had lifted his verse from Bronx MC Grandmaster Caz's rhyme book, though Master G and Wonder Mike were completely unaware of this at the time. This controversy contributed to the friction the group faced within the hip-hop community, with critics questioning their authenticity. The fact that the first commercial rap hit was born from this creative appropriation added a layer of complexity to its celebrated legacy. These conflicts surrounding Rapper's Delight weren't isolated incidents. They were early symptoms of a new, unregulated, and highly profitable music genre, where creative ownership rules were being written in real time. This period revealed a pattern of institutional exploitation that would define much of Master G's professional life, part of a broader historical pattern of exploitation within the American music industry, particularly directed at African American artists. The constant legal turmoil and industry exploitation took a severe toll on Guy's mental health. By 1984, he made the difficult decision to walk away from music entirely. He descended into what he describes as a deep state of violent depression and began using drugs. His former bandmate Wonder Mike also faced personal health challenges after leaving the label. For his physical and mental well-being, leaving the industry was his only option. The environment had become so toxic that staying would have destroyed him completely. But Master G's story doesn't end in tragedy. Instead, it transforms into an inspiring tale of reinvention and recovery. He pivoted completely, becoming a successful entrepreneur in the magazine industry. Starting with door-to-door sales, which he credits with helping him emerge from the depths of his depression, Guy built his own company that he operated for over a decade. Through hard work and mentorship, he eventually founded his own business, proving that his talents extended far beyond music. He attributes his recovery to the power of positive thinking and self-improvement, training his brain to view every adversity as a seed to an equal and greater benefit. This philosophy transformed a period of extreme hardship into an opportunity for personal growth and strength. This wasn't just a career change, it was an act of self-preservation and healing. After being repeatedly devalued by the music industry, building something from scratch allowed Guy to regain control and purpose. His entrepreneurial success became inextricably linked to his journey of self-healing and resilience. The pivot to entrepreneurship served as a form of self-driven therapy. In the toxic music industry environment, he had felt used and taken for granted. By starting from nothing and building his own company, he was able to redefine his worth outside of a system that had exploited him. This new path allowed him to regain a sense of control and purpose that had been stripped away by years of legal battles and industry manipulation. Meanwhile, the legal fights continued. The group faced another challenge when they were forced to perform under the name Rapper's Delight, featuring Wonder Mike and Master G, because they couldn't legally use their original group name. This added insult to injury, forcing them to reference their most famous work just to perform their own music. However, their persistence in fighting for their rights would eventually pay off in ways they never imagined. In a separate legal victory, Master G, Wonder Mike, and Big Bank Hank were awarded $3 million in a lawsuit against Snapple Beverage Corporation and Turner Broadcasting System in 2001. The dispute centered on a television commercial from 1998 that featured the group's images and voices in a promotion for the Goodwill Games. The group had been told the commercial would only air on closed-circuit television at a private party, but it was broadcast widely without their permission. This case further illustrated their ongoing struggle to protect their intellectual property and public image from unauthorized commercial use. The breakthrough finally came in 2014 when the legal disputes were amicably resolved. After 30 years of fighting, Master G could finally reclaim his name and legacy. The timing was significant, coinciding with the passing of former bandmate Big Bank Hank, marking both an end and a new beginning. This resolution represented more than just a legal victory. It was the reclamation of identity and recognition that had been denied for 3 decades. Since 2014, Master G has emerged as a respected elder statesman in hip-hop. He actively performs worldwide with the Sugarhill Gang and as a solo DJ, living in the Washington, D.C. area. His renewed presence in popular culture includes appearances on shows like GQ's Most Expensivest with the 2 Chainz in 2023, connecting him with entirely new generations of fans and proving that his influence transcends generational boundaries. Today, his contributions extend far beyond performing. He hosts the Sugarhill Gang podcast, featuring conversations with hip-hop luminaries like Big Daddy Kane and Talib Kweli. This venture showcases his role as a bridge between the foundational era of hip-hop and its contemporary landscape. He even hosted a 2-part program on Jazz FM celebrating the art of scatting, a form of vocal improvisation with striking parallels to hip-hop's rhythmic and verbal dexterity. This project demonstrates his deep musical curiosity and positions him as a cultural curator rather than just a performer. His formal recognition as an inaugural inductee into the Hip Hop Museum Hall of Fame solidifies his place as a true pioneer. This honor acknowledges not just his musical contributions, but his role in fighting for artist rights and maintaining the integrity of hip-hop culture. Outside music, he's maintained his commitment to wellness as a fitness and health expert and enthusiastic avid golfer, showing a well-rounded approach to life that reflects his hard-won wisdom. Master G's legacy isn't just about launching hip-hop into the mainstream, though that feat helped the genre become a global cultural phenomenon. By successfully navigating decades of legal battles for his identity and rights, he's become a symbol of resilience for artists facing systemic exploitation. His story serves as a cautionary tale about the music industry, while also demonstrating that persistence and determination can ultimately triumph over institutional power. His return to the public eye isn't nostalgic backward-looking, but forward-focused education and curation of the culture he helped create. By hosting podcasts and engaging in discussions about music's historical and intellectual foundations, he has evolved from a performing pioneer into a respected educator and cultural guardian. His journey from a 17-year-old rapper to a successful entrepreneur to an elder statesman represents the full arc of a life lived with purpose and resilience. The documentary I Want My Name Back chronicles his extensive struggle, highlighting how the fight for his identity became a fight for his very existence in music history. This film serves as both a personal vindication and a broader statement about artist rights in an industry known for exploiting creative talent. His story resonates with countless artists who have faced similar struggles, making him not just a hip-hop pioneer, but a champion for creative ownership and artistic integrity. His journey serves as a powerful testament to the enduring power of a name, a legacy, and the human spirit's capacity to reclaim what was lost. From the depths of depression and addiction to the heights of entrepreneurial success and cultural recognition, Master G's story proves that redemption is possible even after decades of struggle. So before you click away, subscribe for more incredible stories of triumph over adversity. And remember that sometimes the greatest victories come after the longest fights.